Bounce TV viewers, welcome to Astrology Numerology Now. As I said, we are live. We're live from New York City. It's February 13th, 2012, the day before Valentine's Day. I have my red on, and the theme is Valentine's Day. But before we go to the phone lines, at 212-757-1483. Call me up, talk a little astrology, talk a little numerology, get a little mini consultation. We have a lot to cover, and we're going to start off the show today. We're starting off the show today with the passing of Whitney Houston. As you all know, as the world all knows, that Whitney Houston passed away this Saturday in Los Angeles, California, in Beverly Hills. And I just wanted to talk about Whitney Houston from an astrological point of view before we get started. Now, Whitney Houston, her birthday was August 9th, 1963. She had a number 1 life path number. Her rising sign is Pisces, and Pisces is the sign related to water, it's related to drugs, it's related to mystery. And it's interesting as the reports come out on the news wire and the news feeds that she possibly, this is not official, do not quote Z Starman, that Whitney Houston possibly drowned. I mean, like, astrology is, you know, it reveals so many things from you. Here's Whitney Houston, superstar, has everything to live for, and of course everybody struggles in their lifetime. Unfortunately, Whitney struggled with drug addiction, and drugs is ruled by the sign of Pisces. She has Pisces rising in her astrology chart, and it seems like her end came in water. Isn't that something? Isn't that amazing with astrology? Here's a fire sign. Her sun sign was Leo. She had Venus in the sign of Leo. She had Moon in the sign of Aries. Whitney Houston was a Leo with the Moon in Aries. And that's all fire. And it's amazing how her end, her demise, came in the water. The water put the fire out in Whitney Houston's life. Again, she has Pisces rising. And prescription drugs, and don't quote me, I'm not judging anybody, but this is the reports coming out of Beverly Hills, California, is that she drowned, or possibly drowned, and there were drugs, prescription drugs, in the bathroom where she drowned at. So it's amazing how astrology and numerology works. And this was a 4 personal year for Whitney Houston. It's a year of struggles, and God knows the woman tried to make a comeback. She has a beautiful daughter. So I don't think, and again, this is just speculation, I don't think that Whitney committed suicide. I don't believe that. I think she loved her daughter. She probably just overdosed on prescription medication, probably got in the bathtub, getting ready to go wherever to the pre-Grammy Award parties held by Clive Davis, and she drowned. I mean, the drugs, Pisces, they put you into an illusion. She was put into a sleepy state, and she was in the bathtub, so she drowned. God rest Whitney Houston's soul for the #1 selling act in the 80s and the 90s, but you seasoned astrologers, and this is why I say everybody should get an astrologer. If Michael Jackson had an astrologer, maybe he would be living. But Whitney Houston, she had an aspect, and that aspect was Pluto, transiting Pluto in the sign of Capricorn, squaring, making a square angle to her Mars, exactly. Whitney also had transiting Saturn in the sign of Libra, conjunct Chiron, exactly in her natal chart. So all these are signs from an astrological point of view that there could be trouble, there could be dangerous things that are happening, especially with Pluto square Mars. Michael Jackson had squares of Mars to his natal Mars in his chart when he left us almost 2 years ago. So Whitney Houston, Leo with the moon in Aries, drowned, possibly drowned, that's not official, in the bathtub. The water put out the fire. And the world is now mourning her passing. But we're going to celebrate her life and achievement here in Astrology Numerology Now. And, you know, we have to move on. This is a happy occasion. Unfortunately, she's gone, but she'll be back. But Whitney Houston, God rest your soul, and your memory will live on forever. I want to say something about New York Knicks point guard, the sensation of the NBA, Jeremy Lin. Have everybody been checking out Jeremy Lin, especially if you're a long-suffering New York Knicks fan? Now, I watched the game the other day, and Jeremy Lin outscored Kobe Bryant by 38. Jeremy Lin had 38. Kobe Bryant had 34. Now, guess what? This really blew my mind. Jeremy Lin and Kobe Bryant are both born on the same day. Jeremy Lin's birthday is August 23rd, 1988. Kobe Bryant's birthday is August 23rd, 1978. So I thought that was very interesting from an astrological point of view. Now, when Kobe Bryant first came into the NBA, his number was the number 8. Now he wears the number 24. Jeremy Lin, born on Kobe Bryant's birthday, August 23rd, he happens to be a Virgo with the moon in the sign of Capricorn. Jeremy Lin's number is the number 17. Now, 1 plus 7 equals 8. He's the number 17. He has the moon in Capricorn, and he's born on Kobe Bryant's birthday. That really blew my mind from an astrological point of view. He out-Kobe'd Kobe. He has the number 17, 1 plus 7 equals 8. Kobe Bryant, August 23rd also. His birthday is, or when he first came into the league, his number was 8. So it's the parallels behind astrology and numerology that is so amazing, that's so mind-blowing that, you know, it really amazes me to find that out. So we're going to share that with you. I just thought you needed to know that, especially if you're a New York Knicks fan like myself. I'm going to talk about a little bit about the Grammy Awards last night. And the big winners were Adele, the British singer, and Chris Brown. And guess what? Adele, who took home Record of the Year, Song of the Year, Album of the Year, she took home about 5 or 6 Grammy Awards. Chris Brown took home, I guess, Best R&B Album of the Year. But Chris Brown and Adele, now check this out. Chris Brown and Adele, their birthdays are both May 5th. Isn't that interesting? Both of their birthdays are the 5th of May. Now, Jupiter is in the sign of Taurus as we speak. And Jupiter is very beneficial to people with their planets in the sign of Taurus right now. So Chris Brown and Adele, I thought that was very interesting. They're both born May 5th.
Hello.
And this is a 2012, standby caller. This 2012 is a 5 personal year. I hear somebody standing by. You're on Astrology Numerology Now.
Hello, Mr. Storman. Thank you so much for taking my call.
Hi, Carmen.
Hi. I wanted to find out a little about my love affair with my career, if that's possible.
Love affair with your career. But how about a human being? It's Valentine's Day.
I seem to be all right in that area.
Okay. Now, what day is your birthday, Carmen? We have to move quickly.
January 5th, 1956. 1954.
You have to turn the sound down, control room. Thank you. What's your birthday, Carmen?
January 5th, 1954.
January 5th, 1954. Now, one thing about you, you're in a number 11 year. This, you know, in a number 11 personal year, if we take your birthday and add the number 5, anybody who wants to know their personal year, just add the number 5 to your birthday. Now, Carmen, we're adding 1 for January, 5 for the 5th, and 2012 is a 5 year. So when we add all that up, we get the number 11. This is a very spiritual year. This should be one of the greatest years of your life because 11 is a very magical number. Pluto is in the sign of Capricorn. So your career, your love affair with your career, not with a human being, is about to make a great transformation. But as I always say, go out and make it happen, all right?
Yes.
We're running out of time, Carmen, but you can call me after the show, 212-875-4889. I'm on Facebook.
Oh.
Hit me up on, are you on Facebook?
Yes, not very much. Are you Starman on Facebook?
I am Z Space Starman on Facebook.
Oh.
So you can find me on Facebook. You can also find me on Twitter, twitter.com/Z Starman. Get in touch with me, Carmen, and I'll tell you more, all right?
Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
You've been watching Astrology Numerology Now. I'm your host, Z Starman. Again, we mourn the passing of Whitney Houston, but we celebrate her life, her music. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. Tell somebody you love them. I love my producer and director, Dietrich Kelsey, host of Sister Talk. I love Josiana Hurd, and I love Chalike. But most important, I love you, the viewers, who watch Astrology Numerology Now. See you next week. Happy Love Day. Happy Valentine's Day.